Welcome to the following presentation of the World Football League on the Replay Sports Channel. Good evening, football fans. Welcome inside to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan on a September 19th night. Monday Night Football brings you the Chicago Fire 1-0 at the Detroit Wheels, also 1-0. Hi again, everyone. Glenn Walker here from the broadcast booth as we bring you the concluding game to Week 2. And we've got a Central Division matchup between these two teams, between Chicago and Detroit. Chicago coming in with a convincing win over the San Antonio Commanders last week, 38-20. Kyler Murray, starting quarterback once again for the Fire. We'll develop that story as we move along. Had a very good game. 282 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, also 11 carries, 104 yards rushing, and 1 rushing touchdown. Chicago looking to improve upon that 7-7 record from last season. They'll be facing the Detroit Wheels. Detroit also looking good against Houston, winning that game 36-16. Aaron Rodgers, 31 of 45, 340 yards, 3 touchdowns in that game. Detroit also trying to come off a 7-7 record. Both of these clubs made the playoffs last year but exited after the wild card round. We've just had the coin toss. Detroit won the toss but have deferred until the second half. So the Chicago return team lines up. Nwongo is the deep man. Grant and Breda are the upmen. Just getting underway here on Week 2 of Monday Night Football. And the kick is away. And Tucker's kickoff is in and out of the end zone for a touchback. And out will come the Chicago Fire offense, led by Kyler Murray. Lone running back will be David Montgomery. They'll use a 2 wide receiver, 2 tight end formation. Rookie wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown is the 1 wide receiver. Jerry Jeudy is the other wide receiver. 2 tight ends, Durham Smythe and Anthony Ferkser. Offensive lineman Taylor Moton, Keith Zeitler. At center, Ben Jones. Right guard, Jonah Jackson. And Jonah Williams at right tackle. 1st and 10. Chicago starts at their own 25. They're in their visiting white jerseys, white pants, red helmets with black numerals. First and 10. Hand off to Montgomery. He's going to sweep right, looking for a hole to open. Finally tackled by Oliver at about the 28-yard line. Let's take a look at that Detroit defense. They'll run a 3-4. Oliver, who just made the tackle, and Franklin Myers, the defensive ends. Grover Stewart will be the nose tackle. Your linebackers, Romeo Okwara, Bobby Okrick, Alex Anzalone, and TJ Watt, an all-star linebacker to keep an eye on. Your defensive secondary, Adoree Jackson, Derwin James, Amani Hooker, and Carlton Davis, 2nd and 7 for Chicago. Murray back to pass, tries to throw a short slant over to Montgomery, but it's a high throw, incomplete, brings up 3rd and 7. Empty backfield behind Murray on 3rd and 7. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Murray claps his hand. Call the signal. Back to pass. Under pressure. Fires. Completes to Jeudy at the 35. Has the first down. Brought down by Jackson immediately. So some pressure coming on that left side, but Murray's able to get the pass off in time to complete the first down. Last season, Murray was starting quarterback at the beginning of the season, but struggled. Chicago lost games early, and Murray was benched for veteran Cam Newton. And then Chicago went on a 5-game win streak, qualified for the playoffs last day of the season. But now Murray has won his job back, scored a big contract in the offseason, and has a new lease on life. Brings up 1st and 10. Ball at Chicago 36, just underway here from Detroit. Empty backfield. Jet sweep. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Sweeps right. No gain. St. Brown, number 1 pick. Wide receiver from USC. Gets nothing on that one. Oliver with the tackle. Brings up 2nd and 10. Murray back to pass. Quick pass over to St. Brown. Immediately tackled by Davis. Gain of 7 brings up 3rd and 3. Welcome some new subscribers to our YouTube channel. Joe Dreyer and Brainiac Baseball. Thank you both for joining the Replay Sports channel. And hope you're enjoying our Monday Night Football presentation tonight. 3rd and 3. Just underway here from Detroit. Chicago got the opening kickoff, and they're on their first drive. Man in motion. Murray back to pass. Fires over the middle. Robinson complete. First down. Near midfield. Dantzler with the tackle. Ball will be placed at the Chicago 49. Fire leads the all-time series against the Wheels 13-9. Teams split both meetings last season. They go back to a double tight end formation. Montgomery returns at running back. Murray under center, calling the signals. Back to pass, under pressure. Tries to throw it to St. Brown, but incomplete. I think Franklin Myers may have got a hand on that one. Brings up 2nd and 10. Chicago goes to a 3 wide receiver set on 2nd and 10. Murray, back to pass, over the middle to St. Brown. St. Brown, a busy man tonight, gets the first down, gain of 11, tackled by Davis. Chicago into Detroit territory. Montgomery's the lone setback on 1st and 10. Murray from the pistol fires the screen to Montgomery. He's to the 35, near the 30, where he's tackled by Okereke. Hope I'm saying that name right. Okereke at the 31, gain of 9 yards. 10.5 minutes to go here from Ford Field. They'll stay in that 2 tight end formation. Murray in trouble, and he's dropped. Sacked by Oliver. That Detroit defense last week against San Antonio recorded 4 sacks against Houston. Number 9 defense overall last season were the Detroit Wheels. Brings up 3rd and 6. Ball will be placed at the Detroit 36-yard line. Chicago will empty out the backfield. Need to get to the 30 for a first down. Back to pass. And that's going to be picked. And Jackson reads the coverage correctly. And we have our game's first turnover. 9:21 left in the first quarter. No score between the Chicago Fire and the Detroit Wheels here on Monday Night Football. So out come the Detroit Wheels in their home yellow jerseys, black pants, with the yellow helmets. Aaron Rodgers, 18th season in the league, 5-time All-Star, 2-time Pantheon Bowl MVP, will be the quarterback. Running back behind him will be Javonte Williams. H-back will be Max Williams. Wide receivers, Sterling Shepard and DeAndre Carter. The tight end will be Travis Kelce. Take a look at that offensive line. First round pick left tackle, Penei Sewell. Left guard, Drew Dahlman. Center, Tyler Biadasz. Right guard, James Daniels. And right tackle, David Bakhtiari. 1st and 10, Detroit gets the turnover. They'll start possession at their own 30. I formation behind Rodgers. Williams, off tackle right, gets past the 30, near the 33, before being brought down by Jenkins. Gain of 4, brings up 2nd and 6. We'll take a look at that Chicago defense. They'll be using a 3-4. Defensive ends, Sam Hubbard and Terrell Basham, Boogie Basham. Nose tackle will be Christian Barmore. Linebackers, I think we already mentioned Sam Hubbard. Derek Barnett is the defensive end. Sorry about that. Sam Hubbard, outside linebacker. Danny Trevathan and Willie Gay will be the interior linebackers. Jordan Brooks will be the other outside linebacker. Defensive secondary, Janoris Jenkins, Micah Hyde, DeMonte Kazi, and Michael Davis. 2nd and 6 for Detroit. Deontay Foreman now in at running back. Foreman, off tackle left. Gains a couple, brought down by Brooks at the 37. Brings up 3rd and short for Detroit. Detroit, number 8 overall offense last season in the WFL. 9th in running, 9th in passing. Empty backfield behind Rodgers as they approach 3rd down. Rodgers from the pistol, calling out the signals. Back to pass, looking, fires to Chark. Chark with the first down at the 42, angled out of bounds by Davis. And Detroit moves the chains. Three wide receivers set now for Detroit. Rodgers with time, fires over the middle to Shepard at midfield. Tackled by Jenkins. 1st and 10, Detroit. Rodgers, just in case you missed the pregame introduction, great opening game last week against Houston. 31 of 45, 340 yards, 3 passing touchdowns. Foreman back in the game at running back. I formation Detroit. 7:07 left to go here, first quarter. Foreman with the handoff, off tackle left. Gets into Chicago territory. Basham spins him down after a 1-yard gain. They'll stop him at the Chicago 46. Chicago defensively, they were 11th overall, 12th against the run, 11th against the pass last season. Back to 3 wide receiver formation for Detroit. Shepard, Carter, and Palmer, the wide receivers. Rodgers, under pressure, has to leave the pocket. Tackled by Hubbard at the 41. Gain of 5 yards. Pocket quickly collapsed there for Rodgers. And one of the big questions coming in for Detroit, you have 2 rookies starting on the left side of that line. Left tackle Sewell, left guard Dahlman are starting on that line. Brings up 3rd and 4. 5:45 to go. First quarter, no score. Empty backfield behind Rodgers. Back to pass, under pressure again. Gets it off in time, but Chark can't come up with it. And now, challenge flagged by head coach Dan Campbell.
Upon further review, the ball was secured before it hit the ground. The pass is complete. No timeout will be charged.
And that was a good challenge by head coach Dan Campbell. As you heard, referee Clay Martin, first time we've heard from him tonight. Detroit wins the replay challenge. Chark is ruled to have caught the pass. So the ball will be placed at the Chicago 27, 1st and 10, 5:09 to go, first quarter. Detroit, good opening drive here. Javonte Williams, rookie running back, is back in the game now. Up the middle, 25-20. Finally tackled by Trevathan there, a gain of 7 yards. I'll stay in the I formation. Rodgers appears to be changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Throws to Shepard near sideline. Touchdown. Rodgers could be heard yelling, "Kill, kill." He was changing the play. And fortunately he did. He connects with Shepard on a 20-yard touchdown pass, and Detroit takes the early lead. Let's take a look at that play again. Chicago was keyed up for the run, and Rodgers, beautiful rainbow pass there to Shepard. And we're a Justin Tucker extra point away from the Wheels taking a 7-0 lead. His kick is up and good. Shepard, following up on that performance last week against Houston, he had 11 catches, 159 yards. And then he gets a touchdown tonight. 4:16 left to go here, first quarter. Detroit with the lead. Tucker set to kick off. Nwangu, the deep man. Gonna take the short kickoff at about the 10, and he gets a great return there. Out to near midfield. He's finally tackled out of bounds by Vigil at the Detroit 48. So great return there for Chicago. And Detroit special teams with a bit of a letdown. Great field position for Kyler Murray as they begin their second drive of the game. Of course, first drive ended with an interception by Jackson. Darrell Williams into the game now at running back. Williams off tackle right. Gets out to about the 45. Tackled by Okwara. It's officially a gain of 4. Brings up 2nd and 6. Montgomery replaces Williams at running back. Pitch left to Montgomery, looking for a hole. To the 40, first down, 35. Okwara with another tackle, but not before Montgomery gains 10 yards. Nearing the 3-minute mark of the first quarter, Chicago trailing by 7, but making some progress on their second drive of the game. Chicago goes to a 3 wide receiver set. Murray back to pass, short pass over to Cole, the far sideline, gets to about the 30. Finally stopped by Dantzler at the 28, a gain of 6, brings up 2nd and 4. Chicago, coached by legendary head coach Nick Saban. First season in the league, takes the Fire to the Pantheon Bowl, and they win it. In his 5th season, overall record 35-27. But the glaring statistic for Coach Saban, 0 for 2 in their last 2 seasons in the playoffs. 2nd and 4, 2.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Murray claps his hands, gets the ball. Checks underneath for the tight end Ferkser, but it's incomplete. Detroit was applying pressure and wide receivers were covered downfield. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Under 2 minutes to go. I'll empty out the backfield on 3rd down. Murray, under pressure, has to throw it short to Judy, but he drops it. Judy had it in the flat and then drops it. Brings up 4th and 4, and out will come the field goal kicking unit. Zane Gonzalez was a busy man last week, responsible for 20 points last week for Chicago. Last season, 24 of 31 in the field goal department. Prepares to kick this one from about 47 yards. Kick is up, straight, and good. And Chicago is on the scoreboard with left to go. 6-play, 20-yard drive takes up 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Gonzalez from 46 yards. And they trail the Wheels by 4, 7-3. Gonzalez prepares to kick off. The deep man for Detroit is Carter. The up men are Proche and Burkhead. And this one will be taken from the goal line by Burkhead. Finally tackled at the 18. And that's where Detroit will set up shop. About 1.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Between the Chicago Fire and the Detroit Wheels. A Central Division matchup. The winner tonight will have sole possession of first place in the Central Division. Detroit will come out in a one running back, two tight end formation. Javonte Williams. We have a lot of Williamses on the Detroit team. So there's Javonte and there's Max, but it's Javonte who's the lone running back. Rodgers back to pass. Tries to fire in the flat to Javonte Williams, was incomplete. Up until that point, Rodgers had completed his first 4 passes in a row. Brings up 2nd and 10. Chicago. One of the areas to be looked at this season was defense. They lost a lot of players in free agency. Khalil Mack goes to Los Angeles. Marcus Williams goes to Orlando. And, of course, Akeem Hicks left to go to the Bandits. So a lot of pressure on these, the next man up here for Chicago. Known for their defense. 3 wide receiver set now for Detroit. Javonte Williams, the lone running back. Rodgers calling the signal. Draw play to Williams. He's going to get near the 20. There's a fumble. Ball on the ground.
This play is under review.
And we're going to wait on the confirmation from Clay Martin.
Review, the runner was down by contact.
So down by contact, Javonte Williams. Clay Martin, every turnover is looked at by the league office. And it appeared they were thinking Hubbard may have stripped the ball off, but his knee had already touched the ground. He was down. Fortunately for Detroit, and Nick Saban's wanting to talk to one of the side judges over there to try to get a better understanding of that. He thought that was a fumble. 3rd and 7 now for Detroit. Rodgers directing traffic there behind the line of scrimmage. Rodgers under pressure gets the pass off to Carter right at the first down marker. Brought down by Jackson. Gain of 8. Needed 7, they got 8. 1st and 10 Detroit with just a minute to go here in the first quarter. Three wide receivers set. Play action. Rodgers looking to go deep. Completes it to Shepard near midfield. Tackled by Jenkins near the 50. A 22-yard gain. And we got to see that one again. Well executed play action pass, and Carter basically makes the catch between 2 defenders there. And that will be the last play of the first quarter. So after the first 15 minutes, Detroit leads it 7-3. We'll start the second quarter here in just a moment. Next week, we'll conclude week 3 with an interesting matchup. New York Generals, their quarterback Russell Wilson will be facing his old team, the London Knights, on Monday Night Football next week. So definitely stay tuned. Make sure to become a subscriber to our YouTube channel. That way you can get the live broadcast when it happens, or you can stream it anytime at your leisure. Also, our baseball fans, our Major League Baseball 1967 replay is coming down to the wire. We have 3 weeks to go in the regular season, and it's pretty much playing out pretty close to it did in real life. St. Louis is starting to pull away in the National League. And, of course, the American League pennant race is very exciting. Of course, Boston in the driver's seat. They will be taking on the Baltimore Orioles in our next Major League Baseball 1967 replay broadcast. Definitely encourage you to come on by and check that out. Let's take a look at the statistics from the first quarter. Dominated by Detroit, outgaining the Fire in their offense. Rodgers off to a good start, 6 of 7. Murray having a little bit of a struggle, suffering a sack and an interception so far. So Detroit will start the second quarter, 1st and 10, just inside Chicago territory at the Chicago 49, moving right to left on your screen. Play action. Completes it to Carter at the 39. 1st and 10 Detroit. And Rodgers on a roll here. Rodgers moves back to the pistol. Under pressure, and he gets sacked. Linebacker Danny Trevathan says that's enough of that and sacks Rodgers for the loss. Last week, that Chicago defense recorded 4 quarterback sacks against San Antonio. Brings up 2nd and 13, balls marked at the Chicago 40. Rodgers back in the pistol. Back to pass. Fires a flat over to Williams. Williams gets to about the 39, finally tackled by Brooks. They'll mark him at the 37. He made a lunge for some extra yardage there, so it'll bring up 3rd and 10 for Detroit. They need to get to the Chicago 27 for the first down. To pass. Fires a short pass to Kelsey, the tight end. He's going to be well shy of D. Good snap, good hold. It's long enough. And it is good. It's officially a 49-yard field goal. I'm still getting used to the distances here in the 22 version of Action PC football. I used to be able to guess these really good, but 49-yard field goal. Still counts as 3 points. Detroit leads at 10-3 with 12:18 to go here. Second quarter, Monday Night Football. Stay tuned for us at halftime. We're not going anywhere. We're going to do a recap of the Week 2 scoreboard, the games that took place yesterday, and give you a preview of what's coming up in Week 3 of WFL 2022. Tucker prepared to kick off. And Nwangu is going to let this one go through the end zone for the touchback. Chicago will start its own 25. Trailing by 7 now. Montgomery, the lone running back, 2 tight end formation for Chicago. Play action, under pressure. He's looking for Amon St. Brown, but Davis was all over him. No flag. St. Brown looking back to one of the referees there and saying, come on. No flag. Incomplete. Murray from the pistol on 2nd down. 3 wide receiver set. Back to pass. Over the middle, completes it to Judy at the 40. Finally tackled by Jackson at about the 42. 1st and 10 Chicago. Montgomery back into the game at running back. Montgomery straight up the middle, maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Okwara with the stop. Brings up 2nd and 10. Both teams struggling to run the ball tonight. Chicago, 5 attempts, 17 yards. Detroit, 6 attempts, 23 yards. Murray calling the signals from the gun. Back to pass. Has time. Looking for Brown, but it's incomplete. And I think Brown and Cole were looking at each other. They didn't know who that was being thrown to. So a little bit of mixed communications there, and it brings up 3rd and 10. Back to pass. Murray looking. Tries to check down to Judy, but it's incomplete. No, the pass is broken up by Jackson. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down in the punting unit. Jackson, last week. I'm sorry. On to the punting unit. Brian Anger is back to punt. Carter back to return. Carter standing at about his own 19. Anger angling it for the near sideline. And it's a short kick, only 29 yards. And it'll be out at the Detroit 29. 10:32 to go here in the second quarter. Detroit leads at 10-3. Detroit coached by Dan Campbell. Campbell in his 2nd season. Current record 8-8, led him to a 7-7 record. Last season, they lost the first round of the playoffs in the wild card game. Javonte Williams is the lone running back. 2 tight ends set for the Wheels. Rodgers back to pass. Completes it to Williams at the 35. There's a flag on the play. Here's Clay Martin.
Defense, number 6, 15-yard penalty, automatic, 1st down.
And Trevathan gets caught with grabbing the face mask, so they're going to add 15 more. First penalty on Chicago, and it's a big one. That's going to move the ball all the way to the Chicago 47. Yikes. Three wide receivers set now for Detroit. Rodgers, play action, in trouble, sacked. Boogie Basham with the sack. He's drilled to the turf. Moves the ball back to the Detroit 46. Kelsey moves into the slot. Rodgers back to pass. Fires to Kelsey over the middle, but it's incomplete. A little too high there for the multi-talented tight end. Brings up 3rd and 17. Rodgers from the pistol, back to pass, has time, looking for Carter. Jenkins is all over him. I'm sorry, Shepard. But there's no flag, so punting. We see both in 2 consecutive drives here. And for Detroit, it's Cameron Johnston. And Grant will be the deep man for Chicago. Grant standing at about his own 16. This one's going to go near the sideline. Rolls out of bounds at the Chicago 11. 9:34 left in the second quarter. Detroit leads it 10-3. Murray under center. Montgomery, the lone running back. 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends. Play action. Murray in trouble. Sacked by Oliver. Ed Oliver with his second sack of the day. That'll put the ball at the Chicago 4. Murray moves to the pistol. 3 wide receiver set. Murray in trouble again, and he goes down. Stewart with the sack. Ball's at the Chicago 1-yard line. Brings up 3rd and 20. The Detroit defense is having their way here tonight. Hand off to Montgomery. They're just going to try to get some room for their punter here, as he's finally brought down by James at the 9-yard line. Brings up 4th and 12. And we'll see Brian Anger punt. Try to improve upon that 29-yard punt on his last attempt. Carter standing at about midfield. Anger from the middle of his end zone. Gets away a beauty. Carter drifts back to about his own 38, calls for the fair catch. 7:29 to go before halftime. Chicago trails 10-3. Rodgers breaks the huddle. 3 wide receivers set. Williams the lone running back. Back to pass. Fires over the middle. Completes it to Palmer. Palmer to midfield. Tackled by Jackson. 12-yard gain. Ball will be placed at the 50. Halfway point of the second quarter. I formation behind Rodgers. Hand off to Javonte Williams. Goes into the right sideline. Gets to the 45. Finally tackled by Brooks at the 43. Gain of 7. Williams gets the handoff again. He's going to go left side this time. He picks up the first down and more. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. The rookie running back from North Carolina shakes off 2 defensive players en route to a 43-yard touchdown run. Let's take a look at that play again. And about the 25-yard line, he just turns on the afterburners. What a run by the former Tar Heel. Tucker on to kick the extra point. And this goes a little to the left. So, won the toss. They deferred to the second half, so they get the ball to start the second half. So Chicago looking to get a score here before halftime. 3 wide receivers set for Chicago. Murray back to pass. Fires over the middle. Complete to Brown. He has the first down. Near midfield. Tackled by Davis. He'll move the chains. Ferkser moves to the slot. Murray under pressure. Throws the pass. Incomplete. He was trying to throw for St. Brown, but I think Watt kind of started hitting him there and kind of threw him off. Brings up 2nd and 10. Murray is going to sweep right on this play. Gets into Detroit territory. Gain of 5 yards. Brings up 3rd and 5. That looked like a design run. Brought down by Watt at the 48 of Detroit. We're under 5 minutes to go. Murray back to pass, in trouble, and he's sacked by Watt, but there's a flag on the play.
Offense, number 72, 10-yard penalty.
So holding on Moten on the offensive line, but it'll be declined. It brings up 4th and 16. Fourth sack of the night on the Chicago quarterback. Anger back into punt. 3rd consecutive drive ending in a punt. And he angles that one out of bounds at the Detroit 16. 4:12 to go here, 2nd quarter. And Kyler Murray struggling in this game early. 8 of 17, just 74 yards. An interception, and he's been sacked 4 times. Deontay Foreman into the game at running back for Detroit as they start the next drive. 13-point lead, looking to get some more. Hand off to Foreman. Gets a couple. Tackled by Barmore at the 19. Foreman gets the carry again, going into the left side of the line. 20, 25, 1st down. Tackled by Basham. Basham grabbed him by the ankle. 1st and 10 Detroit. 3:24 to go before halftime. Javonte Williams back in the game at running back. Up the middle. Gets to near the 30. Tackled by Brooks at the 31. Getting closer to the 2-minute warning. I formation behind Rodgers. Off tackle left goes Williams. Gets to about the 33. Brings up 3rd and 3, but we're going to have the 2-minute warning first. So 2-minute warning. Detroit leads 16-3. Don't forget, stay with us at halftime. We're going to do a quick recap of the Week 2 action and a preview of Week 3, so you don't want to miss that. 3rd and 3 for Detroit. Four wide receivers set for Rodgers. Back to pass. Looking. Has time. Throws to Shepard, but it's drilled by Jenkins. Jenkins knocks the ball out. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. Clock stops with 1:54. Both teams have their full complement of timeouts. So Johnston back to punt. Grant standing at his own 29. Johnston gets this one away. Grant calls for the fair catch at his own 20. Clock will stop with 1:48 to go. Murray will get an opportunity to run his 2-minute offense here and try to put Chicago into scoring position. Chicago lines up in a spread offense. Murray from the pistol. Back to pass. Completes the pass to Ferkser, but there's a penalty.
Offense, number 70, 10-yard penalty.
And another holding call on the offensive line, backs him up 10 yards. Very frustrated Nick Saban there on the sideline. That'll back him up to the Chicago 18. Clock stops with 1:44 left. Murray in trouble again. Sacked by Jones, and there's a fumble. That's Detroit football. Murray hit and then drops the ball. Scooped up by Davis. They're going to mark the ball down at the Chicago 11. Wow. Murray having a horrible night tonight. 1:36 to go here in the second quarter. Rodgers from the gun. Trying to get the right play in. Williams, the lone running back. Back to pass. Fires over the middle to Williams. Gets close to the 5-yard line. Trying to reach for that yard marker. Brooks brings him down. 92 seconds left. Rodgers taking his time. Changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Draw play to Williams. To the 5. The 3. Finally tackled by Gay at the 2. And Rodgers will use a timeout here. Stops the clock with 1:03 to go. Ball's at the Chicago 2. Detroit will get the opening kickoff in the second half. They deferred the choice at the start of the game. They score here. They get the ball to start the second half. Chicago is in a heap of trouble. Detroit comes in with the heavy package. Max Williams at fullback. Javonte Williams at the tailback. Handoff Williams. Right side of the line. Nothing. Can't get anywhere. Brings up 4th and 1. Timeout called by Detroit. Rodgers is going to talk it over with the brain crew there, with the brain trust. And out will come Justin Tucker for what should be a chip shot field goal. Rodgers lobbied hard to want to go for it on 4th and 1. But it looks like he lost the vote there. Tucker in for the chip shot field goal. And it's almost automatic. 20-yard field goal is good. Detroit with a 16-point lead. 54 seconds left to go. And Kyler Murray will get another chance at a drive here with about 46 seconds left. Ball be placed at Chicago 30 after the kickoff. But man, offensive line has been an issue for Chicago tonight. Murray from the pistol. Back to pass. Under pressure again. He's going to have to run this time. Gets maybe a yard, and that's it. Quickly calls a timeout. Uses the first of their 3. 2nd and 9. Ball at the Chicago 31. 40 seconds left to go before halftime. Murray changing the call at the line. He's going to take off. He's at 35, 40, 45, near midfield, finally tackled by James. No huddle, quickly brings him to the line. Has 2 timeouts in his pocket there. Gets the play off. Back to pass. Fires for St. Brown, but it's incomplete. Clock will stop with 15 seconds left. Murray is dangerous when he runs. Five wide receiver set for Chicago. Back to pass. Under pressure. He has to check down to Robinson at midfield. Gain of 2. Another timeout called with 11 seconds left. 3rd and 8. Ball at midfield. And this one's probably going to be chuck it downfield, hope for a defensive pass interference penalty. Murray looking, throws downfield to Judy. He's completed the 35 to the 30. Will he have time to stop the clock? He does. With 4 seconds left, they stop the clock. Time for one more play. Not going to go for a field goal here. They're going to try for a pass to go for a touchdown. Time for one more play. Murray back, looking, fires, is deflected by Hooker. St. Brown was looking to catch that when Hooker deflects at the last second. Zeros on the clock. We're at halftime. Detroit goes to the locker room with a 19-3 lead. They'll get the opening kickoff to start the third quarter. Stay tuned. We got some Week 2 highlights to go over with you. And a little bit of a preview of Week 3, so don't go anywhere. It's halftime here from Ford Field in Detroit. And just a quick look at the first half statistics. Has been all Detroit. That Detroit defense has already sacked Murray 5 times. And Chicago has turned the ball over 3 times. So, like to be a bug on the wall to hear what Coach Nick Saban is telling the Chicago Fire during the halftime. All right, as promised, a little bit of a recap of Week 2. So let's go to the scoreboard here. New York at Toronto. Got things kicked off there. And New York gets their first win with Russell Wilson at the quarterback. Wilson goes 15 of 24, 184 yards, 2 touchdowns, but was sacked 5 times in that game. Helped out by Awuzie, who had a 37-yard interception return late in the first quarter. For Toronto, it's their first loss since November 14th of last season. In Berlin, we had the Battle of Europe. London Knights versus the Berlin Thunder, and Berlin scores big. They win 30-10. Over London. Patrick Mahomes, 27 of 47, 273 yards, 2 touchdowns in that one. And in the city of brotherly love, the Philadelphia Bell are 2-0. They defeated San Antonio 36-31. Jimmy Garoppolo, Jimmy G, 27 of 38, 346 yards, 4 touchdowns. San Antonio in this game started with a 28-7 lead late in the second quarter. They're shut out in the second half. Philadelphia scores 24 unanswered points in the second half. Over to the nation's capital. The Wildcats of Los Angeles make it 2 in a row. They defeat Washington 32-12. Dak Prescott, 16 of 28, 191 yards, 2 touchdowns. Wagner and Mack contributed 2 sacks each. Orlando gets its first win of the season. They defeat Memphis by a score of 17-13. Najee Harris, 17 carries, 69 yards, 1 touchdown. Also had 5 receptions for 23 yards. Good Southern Division battle between Tampa Bay Bandits and the Birmingham Americans. The Bandits, 24-15 winners. Leonard Fournette, 21 carries, 114 yards, 2 touchdowns in that one. Moving over to the Pacific Division. The Las Vegas Outlaws are now 2-0. They defeated Denver 34-27. Derek Carr, 22 of 29, 327 yards, 2 touchdowns in that game. First appearance of first-round draft pick by Denver, Trevor Lawrence. He replaced an injured Ben Roethlisberger late in the second quarter. He went 25 of 42, 201 yards, 2 touchdowns. Roethlisberger expected to come back next week in Denver's next game. Mexico City get their first win of the season. They edge Arizona 22-20. Diggs, 2 interceptions in that game for 27 yards. And the Houston Roughnecks get their first win of the season. They defeat St. Louis, who dropped to 0-2, 39-31. Joe Burrow, 23 of 28, 339 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Have a feeling he's going to be looking at Player of the Week on our passing department. So we'll look ahead to next week, week 3. We'll start early. Houston will be at Berlin. And then you've got the war on I-4, Tampa Bay at Orlando. That should be a good one. Birmingham at Washington. Toronto at Philadelphia. Denver at Memphis. Again, we said Ben Roethlisberger expected to play in that game. Chicago at St. Louis. Detroit at San Antonio. Mexico City at Las Vegas. And Arizona at Los Angeles. And, of course, our Monday night game next week, London at New York. That will be the first game Russell Wilson has played against his former team. So in a moment, we'll start the second half of tonight's game between Chicago and Detroit. Don't go anywhere. Back to Ford Field. Both teams have returned from the locker room. We'll see what adjustments Chicago has made. They trail by 16 as we begin the third quarter. Detroit will start with the ball. Carter back deep to receive. And this one's going to go out of bounds.
Kicking team.
And Gonzalez kicks the ball out of bounds, giving Detroit great field position at the Detroit 40. Goes from bad to worse for Chicago, it seems like, tonight. Rodgers back in the pistol formation. 12 of 16 tonight, 127 yards. Changing the call at the line. Going to draw a play handoff to Williams. Javonte Williams gets to about the 45. Barmore with a tackle at the 46. Gain of 6 yards. Javonte Williams, 10 carries, 81 yards rushing. Also has a touchdown. Brings up 2nd and 4. Rodgers back to pass. Looking for Shepard, but it's incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 4. Take a look at how both teams have done on 3rd down. Detroit, 3 of 7 on 3rd down. Chicago, very eerily similar, 3 of 8 on 3rd down. Detroit will go empty backfield on 3rd down. Very physical game between the wide receivers and the defensive backs. Throws a screen out to Shepard. Shepard's going to pick up the 1st down. He gets into Chicago territory. Finally tackled by Davis at the Chicago 47. Detroit gets to extend the drive. Back to the 3 wide receiver set. Rodgers back to pass. Over the middle is going to check down to Javonte Williams, was incomplete. Hit at the line by Hubbard. Brings up 2nd and 10. Pitch right to Williams. Williams looking for a hole. Gets to the 45. Knocked out of bounds by Brooks at the 42. Brings up 3rd and 5. Just underway here, 2nd half. Detroit leads at 19-3. Empty backfield behind Rodgers. Oh, there's a penalty. Wait on Clay Martin's call.
Offense, number 12, 5-yard penalty.
And Aaron Rodgers gets called for the false start. He's looking at Clay Martin like, what did I do? Brings up 3rd and 10. Ball moved back to the Chicago 47. First called penalty on Detroit tonight. Chicago's had 2 for 15 yards. Rodgers from the pistol, back to pass. Completes it to Shepard for the 1st down at the 38. Tackled by Jenkins at the 30. Last week, in case you missed it, Shepard, 11 catches, 159 yards, and a touchdown against Houston. Tonight already, he's got 5 catches for 77 yards. Almost halfway to his total from last week. Rodgers, play action, under pressure, gets rid of it quickly. Little button hook over to Shepard, but Jenkins steps in front of it, knocks it down. Incomplete, brings up 2nd and 10. So I was mentioning before, a great battle here between the defensive backs and the wide receivers. Rodgers, 14 of 21, 151 yards. Quick pass over for Kelsey, but it's incomplete. Cannot come up with it. Brings up 3rd and 10. Ball's at the Chicago 30. Empty backfield behind Rodgers. Back to pass with time. Over the middle for Kelsey. Incomplete. Deflected by Hyde. Kelsey, just one catch for 6 yards tonight, but he's been targeted quite a few times tonight. So it brings up 4th down, and Justin Tucker to attempt a field goal. Made one earlier from 20 yards out. This one's going to be from about 49 yards. Snap, kick, dead center, and it's good. Detroit 22, Chicago 3. Detroit looking to gain sole possession of first place in the Central tonight. They go on the road to take on the San Antonio Commanders next week. Chicago will stay on the road and play at St. Louis. Tucker ready to kick off. Nwangu is back deep for Chicago. Nwangu takes it at his own goal line. This is a good return. He could go all the way.
Illegal block.
And it's going to come back.
10-yard penalty.
Jackson with the illegal block. And that's just kind of the way it's gone for Chicago tonight. Nwangu with what would have been a 99-yard kickoff return touchdown gets called back on the illegal block. So the ball will be placed at the spot of the foul, which is the Chicago 32. 11:28 to go here. And Nick Saban's just throwing up his hands like, yeah, what else can I do here? What else can go wrong? Bad first half for Kyler Murray. 11 of 22, 95 yards. Interception. Sacked 5 times. Lost count. Ball was turned over 3 times. Trailing by 19 points now. Back to pass. Fires quickly over the middle for Montgomery, incomplete. $114 total yards for Chicago tonight, compared to 247 for Detroit so far. Sweep right, Montgomery. Picks up a couple to the 5. 37, gets up 5 yards. Tackled by Okwara. Brings up 3rd and 5. Murray's going to spread out the offense again. Back to pass. Under pressure. Throws. Completes to Cole. He's got the first down. At the 44-yard line. Murray is hurt. Murray hit on the play. And he's going to the sideline. We'll have to take a look at that one again. Murray goes back, and it looks like it's either Stewart or Watt who made contact there. Legal hit, but he's being looked to on the sideline, and that will bring up Cam Newton, the veteran quarterback, the Pantheon Bowl MVP of the 2018 championship game. Called into duty once again. Newton calling out the plays. Hands off to Montgomery. Sweeps right. Gets the first down. He's inside Detroit territory. And Murray is okay. So just one play. He gets checked out quickly and replaces Newton. So Murray back into the game, which is good to see that he's okay. 1st and 10. Ball at the Detroit 45. Nearing the 10-minute mark of the third quarter. Three wide receivers set for Chicago. Back to pass. In trouble. Murray's going to have to take off. He's to the 40. 35. Has the first down. Slides down to about the 33. Touchdown by Anceloni there. 9.5 minutes to go. And Chicago with their best drive of the game. Montgomery, the lone running back. Murray completes a screen to Montgomery. He's to the 30. Tackled by Okereke at the 30. 2nd and 7 coming up. Three wide receivers set for Chicago. Back to pass. All out blitz coming in. Gets it away to St. Brown. Touchdown. And Amon-Ra St. Brown, first round draft pick of Chicago, makes the touchdown. Wow, we had to take a look at that one again. I mean, Detroit was bringing everything except the kitchen sink on that one. Murray stands his ground, heaves the ball up, completes it to the wide receiver, and we got a whole new ball game here, folks. Gonzalez comes on to kick the point after. It's good. Chicago trails by just 12 points now with 8:04 left to go in the third quarter. So take a look at that drive. 7 plays, 68 yards, 324 time consumed. Murray, if it's officially, Murray 30-yard touchdown pass to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Carter back to receive for Detroit. Takes it from his own 4. Gets out to about the 25.
Receiving team, 10-yard penalty.
And we have another illegal block. This time it's on Detroit. And that'll move the ball back to the Detroit 7. Rodgers brings the Detroit offense out again. Three wide receiver set. Javonte Williams, the lone running back. Play action. Rodgers back to pass. Ball batted down the line. Hubbard gets another bat down. Had one on the drive earlier. Brings up 2nd and 10. I formation behind Rodgers. Williams off tackle left. 10, 15, 20. Near the 30 before he's finally brought down by Brooks. And that puts Javonte Williams over 100 yards. He has 111 yards today on 12 carries. So that puts the ball at the Detroit 32. We're at the halfway point of the third quarter. Detroit leads at 22-10. Rodgers breaks the huddle. Three wide receivers set for Detroit. Rodgers from the pistol. Back to pass. Has time. Completes it to Palmer near the 39. Finally tackled by Jackson. Gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. Ball will be placed at the Detroit 40. Rodgers 15 of 25 tonight for 159 yards. Rodgers once again from the pistol. Back to pass. Looking, completes it to Palmer. There's a penalty flag on the play. Let's see what happens.
Holding offense, number 68, 10-yard penalty.
And that holding penalty on Daniels will negate the first down. Puts the ball back at the Detroit 30. Brings up 2nd and 12. We didn't see a lot of penalties in the first half, but we're beginning to see them now here in the second half. Rodgers. Draw play to Williams. Williams gets out to about the 30. Gain of 1. Brings up 3rd and 11. They need to get to the Detroit 42 to make the first down. Rodgers under pressure, looking, completes it to Shepard. He's got the first down, tackled by Jenkins at the 42. Rodgers standing under the pressure there and releases the ball, completing it to Shepard. Shepard, 6 receptions for 89 yards tonight. I formation in now for Detroit. Off tackle right to Williams. He's to the 45. Tackled by Barnett. Gain of 2. We're under the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. Detroit leads it by 12, 22-10. And Chicago, the defense looks a little confused there, so they're going to call timeouts. Timeout called on the field. Clock will stop with 4:37 left to go here, third quarter. Detroit leads 22-10. Thank you for joining us tonight on the Replay Sports channel. When we have some new subscribers, we want to officially welcome Joe, Dreyer, and Brainiac Baseball. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. Of course, not only do we have World Football League, but we also have Major League Baseball 67. We'll have some other sports coming along soon, hopefully before the end of the year, some ABA basketball. But feel free to sign up, and that way you get information when we have a stream going for you so you can watch some games. So the timeout ends on the field. Chicago uses their first timeout of the second half. Ball's at the Detroit 45, 2nd and 8. Detroit leading by 12. Golf. Yeah, golf's been another fun thing I've enjoyed playing with Action PC Sports, and hopefully I could stream a tournament. That would be something fun to do, like one of the majors, like a British Open or a Masters or something like that. I'd like to do that. We shall see. I formation behind Rodgers. Javonte Williams is the tailback. Max Williams is the fullback. He'll hand off to Williams. There's a penalty flag on the play. Williams gets brought down about a yard in. Let's see what the call is.
Offense, number 69, 10-yard penalty.
And Bakhtiari will get called for holding. Move the ball back to the Detroit 35. They're moving backwards. 2nd and 18 to go. Rodgers will empty out the backfield here on 2nd and long. Rodgers under pressure. Checks underneath the Kelsey at the 35. Tackled by Zendejo. Just a gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 16. Spread offense in for 3rd and long. Man in motion. Rodgers back to pass. Has time. Completes the Shepard with the 45. Get near midfield, but he's going to be short of the first down. Shepard, 7 receptions, 100 yards today. Averaging about 14 yards a catch, but it brings up 4th down. And the Wheels will be forced to punt. Johnston on to punt. Grant back deep at his own 15. And Grant's going to return that from his own 2. Gets out to about the Chicago 14 before being tackled. Clock stops with 2:57 to go here, third quarter. Packed Ford Field here tonight in Detroit, Michigan for Monday Night Football. between the Fire and the Wheels, two Central Division rivals. Kyler Murray had a tough start, but that last drive was probably his best yet. Montgomery is the lone running back. He'll get the handoff off tackle right. Gets to about the 15. Tackled by Oliver at the 17. Gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. Murray screened to Montgomery to the 20. Tackled by Anzalone at the 21. So gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Spread offense for Chicago. Back to pass. Looking. Completes it to St. Brown. But he's tackled at the line of scrimmage. No gain. And Chicago will go 3 and out, forced to punt. Anger back to punt. Carter standing at his own 40. Carter will catch the ball at his own 29. Finally tackled at the Detroit 39. 43 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Detroit leads at 22-10. Foreman into the game at running back for Detroit. Foreman off tackle left. Tackled at the line of scrimmage. I thought they got him a yard deep. But Gay pulls him down at the 39. 35 seconds to go. Probably one more play before we move into the fourth quarter. Javonte Williams back in at running back. Off tackle left, Williams. Into the line, he's at the 40, 45, near midfield. And he gets the first down. 15 carries, 124 yards on the night for Javonte Williams. We end the third quarter. The Fire trailing by 12 with just 15 minutes left to go in this one. Take a look at our third quarter statistics. Again, slight edge to Detroit in most of the statistical categories. Chicago, I think, improved a little bit in the third quarter. Offensive line doing a little bit better job of protection. Detroit definitely, we saw about 3 holding penalties in that quarter. So on to the fourth. Detroit has the ball near midfield. 1st and 10 as we get underway here. Foreman in at running back. He'll get the call. Off tackle right. Into the line. Sneaks into Chicago territory. And we've got a man injured for Chicago. Gay is limping toward the sideline. He's indicating to that left knee. And he is immediately met by the trainers as they begin to take care of him on that Chicago sideline. 2nd and 6. Ball's at the Chicago 47. Foreman will stay in at running back. Off tackle right. Gets to about the 45. Brought down by Brooks at the 42. Jordan Brooks, 10 tackles tonight. Putting in a little overtime. Gain of 5 for Foreman brings up 3rd and 1. And Detroit will go big here. Williams back in at running back. Try to pick up that yard for the first down. Man in motion. Williams into the right side of the line. I don't think he got it. Oh, no. Yep, he's going to be challenged by Chicago. Detroit was given the first
Ruling on
down.
the field is confirmed. A timeout will be charged.
And that challenge will cost Nick Saban his second timeout. So Chicago is down to one timeout. I didn't think he got it. The replay looked like, we'll look at the replay again, but I didn't think he got it. I thought he was a yard shy. So whichever way, it's 1st and 10. Detroit has the ball at the Chicago 41. 14:03 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Winner of tonight's game, sole possession of first place in the Central Division, heading into Week 3. From the pistol, Rodgers back to pass, completes it over to Shepard, and he dropped it. Shepard bobbled it, could not hang on to it, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10. Javonte Williams back in the game at running back. He'll shift to an I formation. Williams, handoff.
Holding. Offense. Number 87. 10-yard penalty.
And if you're playing bingo here, I think everybody on the offensive line, with the exception of the 2 rookies, have been called for holding. I think the center, the right guard, the right tackle, and now the tight end have been called for holding. So that pushes the ball back to the Detroit 49. And it's going to be 2nd and 20. Detroit, they're shooting themselves in the foot here in the second half. They lead, but they penalties have really been a factor here. 5 penalties for 45 yards. I think all of those were in the second half so far. Three wide receivers set now for Detroit. Rodgers from the pistol, back to pass, completes it to Shepard. Rodgers breaks the huddle. Calling out the plays. Back to pass. Fires. Completes to Shepard at the 30. He could go all the way. 10. Oh, and he's tripped up by Mitchell at the 6-yard line. Shepard had the running room. Finally stopped by Mitchell. Take a look at that play again from our guys in the truck. Oh, what a great play. And finally tripped up at the 6-yard line. He was heading for pay dirt. 1st and goal, Detroit. Ball at the Chicago 6-yard line. Williams in at the lone running back. Back to pass. Throws it to Shepard. Touchdown. Sterling Shepard, 10 catches, 151 yards. That's his second touchdown of the night. And let's take a look at that one again. Again, perfect pass there by Rodgers. And Tucker's extra point.
Offsides, defense. 5-yard penalty.
And that penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. So Detroit leads by 19, 29-10 with 12:22 to go here in quarter number 4. Tucker preparing to kick off from his own 40. And this one's going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. Chicago starting at their own 25, trailing by 19 with 12 minutes to go in this game. Williams the lone setback. back to pass. Fires for Cole. Incomplete. Danzler, tight coverage there. Brings up 2nd and 10. Go to the spread offense again. 5 wide receivers. Back to pass. Murray. Time. Throws. Looking for Grant, but it's tipped. TJ Watt. He is all over the field tonight. Brings up 3rd and 10. Murray, clapping his hands, gets the ball, looking to throw short to St. Brown, incomplete. 3 and out goes Chicago. I think St. Brown was double covered too. So punting time for Chicago. Anger into punt. Carter standing at his own 35. Anger gets away a beauty. Carter takes it from his own 20. Finally stopped at the 35. 12:01 to go in this one. Detroit in the driver's seat. A little Detroit car reference there. 29-10. Javonte Williams, 16 carries, 125 tonight. Foreman's now in at running back. Off tackle right Foreman, 40, 45, 50. Boy, Chicago is struggling against the run tonight. First down, a gain of 19 for Foreman. On the night, Detroit, 25 carries, 173 yards. They're averaging 6.9 yards a carry. Foreman will stay into the game at running back. We'll get the carry again. 45, 40, 35, 13 yards on that one. And another Detroit first down. Foreman, 9 carries, 56 yards. Williams into the game now. Going solidly from that I formation. Williams finally stopped by Hubbard at the 30, so a gain of 3. Javonte Williams on the night, 17 of 128 and 1 touchdown. He'll stay in at the running back. Penalty flag on the play. Screen pass to Williams. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage.
Encroachment defense. Number 97, 5-yard penalty.
So Detroit will accept that penalty. Moves the ball to Chicago 25. Brings up 2nd and 2. We're under the 10-minute mark now. Detroit, 414 yards total offense so far tonight. Rodgers back to pass. Completes it to Shepard at the 15. Tackled by Jenkins at the 11, it looks like there. First and 10. Ball at the Chicago 11. Foreman back into the game at running back. Tackle by Jenkins at about the 9-yard line. Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. Foreman again, off tackle right. I think he's hit behind the line by Hubbard. It'll be a loss of 1. Bring up 3rd and 9. 8.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Rodgers from the pistol, back to pass, looking, completes it to Palmer at the 2, into the end zone for a touchdown. And Detroit has just dominated tonight. Rodgers threading the needle there between the two defenders, finds Palmer, who's able to cross over into the end zone from 2 yards out. And Detroit, with a statement game here tonight, will be in sole possession of first place. Rodgers, 23 of 34, 259 yards, 3 touchdowns on the night. Another good return.
Receiving team, 10-yard penalty.
Is negated by a holding penalty. 6 penalties on the night for Chicago. You can tell it's early season here in the WFL. Murray bringing the team back out. They have been dominated tonight by Detroit. Montgomery's going to take the handoff off tackle left. Gets to about the 32. Impressive win last week against San Antonio. 38-20. But they've struggled against Detroit. So looking at how both San Antonio and St. Louis are starting their season, the two opponents that these two teams will see next week, this could be the two teams that are battling for the Central Division race this season. And of course, they get to see each other again later in the season back in Chicago at Soldier Field. Williams into the game now. That's Darrell Williams. We have another Williams. So we've got a lot of Williams here tonight. He'll be the lone running back. On 2nd and 5. He'll pick up the first down. Tackle. That was a tackle by Anzalone. They say he's short. Chicago will challenge.
The ruling on the field stands. A timeout will be charged.
And Saban loses another challenge, and he's out of timeouts now. So it brings up 3rd down in inches. Murray lining up under center. See if the quarterback sneak it here. He does. And it looks like he got the first down. Yep. First down, Chicago. So they get to keep the drive alive. Murray back in the pistol formation, 3 wide receiver set. In trouble. Murray's going to run for it. Hit and tackled at the 41. Stopped by Franklin Myers. Gain of 3. We're under the 6-minute mark here. In a game that I think is pretty much out of reach for Chicago here. They trail 36-10. Chicago goes to the spread formation on 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Fires looking for Cole, but it's incomplete. Murray just 16 of 32 for 139 yards tonight. Brings up 3rd and 7. Back to pass. Completes it to Grant at midfield. He's got a first down. Tackled out of bounds by James at the Detroit 46. First down, Chicago. They get to keep the drive alive. Montgomery sweeps right. Knocked out of bounds by Oliver. at about the 43-yard line. Gain of 3 yards. Clock will stop with 4:32 to go here in the fourth quarter. Give to Montgomery again. Plunges close to the 40. Tackled by James at the 41. Brings up 3rd and 5. Near the 3.5-minute mark of the game. Five wide receivers set for Murray. Back to pass. Under pressure by TJ Watt. He gets the ball off to Jackson. Or to Judy, who's tackled by Jackson. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 4th and 3. I mean, TJ Watt was in there like a shot. Brings up 4th and 3. You got to go for it here. You're at the Detroit 39. 3 minutes to go. No timeouts. Got to go for it here. Murray back to pass. Fires to Cole. Cole he's tackled by Yasin. It's a loss of 3 yards, and Chicago turns the ball over on downs. That is definitely the final nail in the coffin. And Detroit can pretty much run this one out. Chicago has no timeouts. What an impressive showing by the Wheels here tonight. Javonte Williams gets the handoff. Gets to about the 49-yard line. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Detroit having their way tonight over their Central Division rival Chicago as we head into the 2-minute warning. Just enough time to remind you, next Monday night is a game you do not want to miss. The London Knights visit the New York Generals. The Knights have been somewhat the road warrior. Their first home game, as you'll recall, had to be moved because of the death of Queen Elizabeth II. They were originally supposed to have a home game there on September 11th at Wembley Stadium. They ended up playing that game over here in the States. So, still playing on the road. So they will pay a visit to Yankee Stadium, and a former employee of the London Knights, Russell Wilson, who signed that big contract with the Generals in the offseason, he has had struggles. And one wonders what it will look like in prime time next Monday night as he faces his old team. So we go back to the field here, and Detroit's just going to try to run this out and come away with win number 2. Foreman gets the handoff, off tackle right. He's got the first down. And that pretty much puts the capper on that one. Aaron Rodgers can go to victory formation here and pretty much run out the clock as Detroit fans are heading home undefeated, 2-0, and in the lead in the Central Division. Rodgers will take a knee. Nothing Chicago can do to stop it. I want to thank everybody for coming by the Replay Sports channel tonight and watching our Monday night game being played on a Friday night here in September. But again, thank you for stopping by. Feel free to leave comments and suggestions in the chat box. Rodgers. Another kneel down. And I figure that's going to be the last play. 000 on the clock. It's Detroit 36, Chicago 10. And your MVP of the game, Sterling Shepard, wide receiver, does it again. 11 catches, just like last week, 165 yards. 2 touchdowns. So congratulations to Sterling Shepard on an MVP game. Detroit goes to 2-0. Chicago drops to 1-1. Detroit will visit San Antonio next week. Chicago will go to St. Louis. I want to thank you all for watching tonight's Monday night game between the Chicago Fire and Detroit Wheels. I'm Glenn Walker, and you've been watching a special presentation of the World Football League here on the Replay Sports Channel. Have a great weekend, everybody.